My name is Medard Delcourt, and I am a vampire. Episode 1. Monsters. I was born in 1650 to Abramio and Liselle Delcourt. I spent my childhood playing in my father's vineyard with my best friend, Edgar Raoul, while my mother kept house and pursued her love of painting. It was a simple life, full of hope and imagined adventures. Those days were simple and felt like they'd never end. As I grew up, I became personally acquainted with Yvonne Le Sueur, the local buxom beauty of a nearby town. She had long blonde hair and kind eyes. We both knew from the moment we'd met that we'd one day marry, house, work, kids. That's what should have happened. But then I met the first monster to ever enter my life. War. I served as a dragoon in King Louis's army. Before being deployed, my father gave me our family sword. On the blade was carved our family motto, Surge sicut aquila, rise like an eagle. I thought I could be a hero, thought that I'd return from war and marry beautiful Yvonne. How naive I was. I don't remember in which battles or which wars I served. They've all bled together in my memory. I do recall this one time. Edgar and I made a daring rush into the enemy camp at night. It ended with a victory for our platoon and a special medal for us. Edgar took me out on the town, his treat, to celebrate. We went out dancing, drinking, and enjoying the, local hospitality. I felt like the king of the world. How wrong I was. I don't remember the specific battle that was my last, only that we'd lost. No details. That's what an old mind does to you. I only remember that it ended with me lying on the grass, feeling my own blood seeping from my chest. I was dying. It was in that dreamy, hazy state that the second monster I'd ever seen walked into my life. I couldn't believe my eyes. He was just strolling lazily through the corpses of the battlefield, picking through the wreckage for what? Something to steal. No, something to eat. It turned my stomach, watching him take the occasional bite from whichever soldier might still have some life left in them. When he got to me, he cocked his head in surprise, confusion, or maybe amusement, or some sick, twisted collection of all three. Next thing I knew, he was crouched over me. His breath felt hot, too hot to be natural, and his eyes glowed red. He said he was Sergei Dragomirov, a Romanian count, but that everyone simply called him the Dragon. He told me that he was traveling abroad, following any war that was nearby, looking for food. He then told me that I was dying, but that he could show me how to save myself. He almost chuckled at the words. Though I knew he was some unholy evil, I didn't want to die, so I agreed. He waved a hand at the soldier beside me, bidding me to take a bite. It was Edgar. I could barely speak, but I pleaded with the stranger. No, please, someone else. Anyone else. But he shook his head. Take a bite from someone you love or care for deeply. It's the only way. Under his cruel gaze and bitter smile, and to my everlasting shame, my desire to live won out over my own conscience. I bit. Edgar tried to cry out, begging me to stop in whispered breaths, but I didn't. I kept eating, kept feasting. My mouth began to grow hotter and hotter until it physically burned. Teeth, tongue, lips, all felt like brimstone. My mouth felt full of hellfire. It still does to this day. Fitting, I suppose. That feeling never went away, and the third monster I'd ever known came into my life. Me.